things before they even get drafted, those kind of things. Yeah. But if you just handle your business, because I remember back in the day, this ain't the first time this has happened. Even before this new CBA, Ed Reed did that. Ed Reed, he didn't go like people go, like these dudes go to Phoenix and go to Florida and all these places to work out. Yeah, Ed Reed stayed at the U. He didn't get no car. He didn't get no earrings, none of that. He was like, look, I know I'm going to get drafted, and I know I'm going to get drafted in the first round. It's just a matter of where. And then when I get drafted, we'll figure out what the money is, and I'm going to keep it all. This was a long time ago, and this kid is doing this now. And what the fear is that other draftees, well, if you're an agent, the fear is, these young kids are getting smart. Like that's the fear of everybody. Like the NCAA, like people who profit off of other people's ignorance are always in fear of knowledge, because that's all that's happening now. These kids are going to get knowledge. And obviously, like he'll be cool now. Flowers will be cool now. But then the second deal will come, and he'll need some representation then, because then you're truly negotiating. But now you're not. Everything's pretty much slotted out for you. You know, you go pay a lawyer $200 an hour for 2 hours of his time to read it over for you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure all the wording is good and no one's getting over on you. And you sign your deal and you go to camp and you keep $500,000 in your pocket. Yeah, I don't know where any of y'all from that's listening to this right now. $500,000 sound good to me, that I don't have to pay somebody else to do a job I could do. Yeah, and I'm not blaming no agent. Trust me, because that's what America's all about. That's the reason McDonald's exists. Like, who listening to me right now can't make a hamburger? We all can. But you know what's easier? Pulling up at the drive-thru saying, give me the number 4. And they make a living. They make not a living. They make a killing off the fact that they're going to provide you with something that, yeah, you could do by yourself. You just choose not to. So I thought that was a cool story. And this. Oh, guess who now says they can catch? Yeah, Terrell Pryor, after being cut by, now, I don't know how many teams this is for him. Jesus Christ. The Raiders, the Seahawks, the Bengals just cut him. Is only 3? It seems like it's so many more than that. Anyway, now all of a sudden he can catch. He told Pete Carroll and the boys he could, well, not Pete Carroll. He told the media in Seattle when he was there, when people started asking him about a position change, which, by the way, I'd been saying since the kid got drafted. I was like, yeah, you're not that good. You weren't that good of a quarterback at Ohio State. You're just a better athlete than everybody else. Yeah, why not, learn how to run routes and catch jump balls? Nah, he wanted to play quarterback. Went and worked with the quarterback whisperer and the dude that works for Tom Brady and Tim Tebow and those boys. Yeah, went and did all that. And still came back. And everyone keeps telling him, you can't play quarterback, dude. We keep cutting you. When you gonna learn? I even got into a stupid Twitter argument. I'm even embarrassed to talk about it right now, with some dudes on the same subject matter. But now all of a sudden, yeah, those opportunities start shrinking up. All of a sudden, him and Drew Rosenhaus come out today. Terrell Pryor wants to try playing wide receiver. Yeah, good luck, dude. And Terrell Pryor is my favorite preseason player of all time. Of all time. Because every preseason game, you'll see this dude show exactly how much of a badass he is. That he's the best athlete he's Cam Newton, but runs 0.2 of a second faster. Like, he's that big of a dude. Like, I don't know if you guys realize, this dude is a monster human being. He's like 245 and runs 4.4 legitimately. Yeah, you keep trying to play quarterback, black. Yeah. And see how that worked out? That dude was with the Bengals for like a month, and they figured it out. Hugh Jackson figured it out like, God, this is too much of an undertaking. Goodbye. They'll find you. Yeah, maybe Montreal has an open slot. Michael Sam is left. See if they got a place for you. Speaking of Tim Tebow, apparently the propaganda machine is back out. Chip Kelly saying Tim Tebow is improving. Yeah, stop me if you heard that one before. Yeah, exactly. God. Hey, keep getting checks, my man. Keep getting checks. And finally, in the land of the NFL, Tom Brady, his appeal hearing has been set. By the way, anybody heard anything on Greg Hardy? Yeah, me neither. They just stringing that dude out. But the Tom Brady appeal is being set for next Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. for those of you who are counting. You're right. Coop says when you can't beat out Jason Campbell, who, by the way, says he's about to retire. Yeah, it is time to find a new position, though. It is. It's been time. Like this dude just sold himself so short, man, by not embracing just who he is and trying to fight it. Like, now he got a conch in his head. Like, this morning, the James Brown movie was on. He was looking like one of those dudes. He got a conch in his head. Like he's just going through some stuff, man. You know, and I'm a Terrell Pryor dude, man. I'm the dude that defended this dude when all that tattoo foolishness was going on and people were trying to act like this dude was some sort of serial killer. Oh, yeah, he's guilty as hell. What you mean guilty? Wait a minute. Of what? He took something that belonged to him and acquired a service in trade? Yeah. Let's not look at the perpetrator. Let's look at the stupid rule. You know what I mean? It's like saying when Jim Crow was around and Martin Luther King ended up in jail, like, yeah, he damn sure deserved to be there. Nah. he was in there because the rules were stupid, not because he was. You feel me? You know, no, I'm not comparing Terrell Pryor to Martin Luther King. For though I got always like disclaimer things for dumb people. Because did you hear that? He just said Terrell Pryor was the same person as Dr. Martin Luther King. Of course I did. Thank you. The world wouldn't be the same without idiots. Where are we at time-wise? God, time's just flying by. Like 9 minutes. All right. I told you guys I wanted to introduce you to somebody before I run out of time here. Gotta do God. Okay, first. I gotta do this first. I hope I don't run out of time. I won't. So everyone knows, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, Swaggy P, Nick Young, is going to marry his girlfriend, or now fiance, Iggy Azalea. So Iggy Azalea was on, I don't know if you guys ever watched the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. It's hilarious. It was hilarious. But he's moved on, and a new guy, this English dude, James Corden, I think is his name, and it's called the James Corden Show. And he's a funny guy as well. But I hadn't seen the show. But on Black Sports Online today, they had a clip of a segment he does. It's called like Celebrity Ride Along or Celebrity Karaoke Ride Along. And I did see that he did this with Justin Bieber, but I didn't know it was a constant thing. So he basically has a celebrity with him that he gets to ride to work with him. And they sit in the car and they talk and act foolish, and then he puts on that person's music, and like he knows all the words to it, so they're singing along together, and it's real, real ridiculous. But then he's asking questions, right, as well in between the songs. And here's what he asked Iggy Azalea.
What's your first dance going to be?
I don't know, but I know Nick Nick wants to have R. Kelly perform at our wedding so he can sing Marry the with R. Kelly.
Wow, that is what everyone thinks about when they really find the...
If you didn't understand the very first part, he asked her what her first song was going to be at her wedding. And she goes on to tell him that Nick Young, Swaggy P, he wants R. Kelly to come to their wedding, which, okay, I dig that. But he wants to sing Marry the P word, other word for kitty, with him. And see, immediately as I hear this, first of all, I'm like, is Nick Young's mama still alive? Because I wouldn't be able to do that in front of my mama. Not at no wedding, especially. No, which, again, proves my point where weddings are stupid. But whatever. If you got money to blow on a party for everybody else, go knock yourself out. But he wants to sing that as his first song to his wife at their wedding. Yeah, black women, raise your hand if you would allow that at your day. A dude singing Marry the P word. Somebody give me the over-under on how many months that marriage lasts. Because, yeah, it's going to be fun at first. Because, by the way, like, people give Iggy Azalea, like, a hard time. I think I'm in that group, too. But just because, yeah, exactly. He said the sisters would yoke him up. Yeah, that idea would never fly. But I think she's a good-looking girl. You know, I know y'all, like I say, the memers, the devils of the world, the Satans of the world, they want to compare her to Marlon and the Wayans boys in that movie White Chicks, but it's kind of unfair. I don't think she can rap at all. But she's an attractive girl. She's got a nice body and all that, so good for Nick. But what 3 months? What? Like Coop is just typing like random things now. 3 months. Oh, how long the marriage lasts? I'm sorry. That's not your fault, Coop. It's mine. I forgot what I asked people. Okay, good. We got time for this. I want to introduce you guys to a kid named Seth Towns, and if I go over a little bit, I'll do it because I want to make sure I tell you guys about this kid. He is a 4-star. And for those of you who don't follow recruiting, the maximum amount of stars for a recruit as far as being ranked is 5. He's a 4-star basketball recruit out of Columbus, Ohio. Same state as Thad Matta's guys at Ohio State. He's up there with Michigan State and Michigan. And this kid decided to go play play basketball at Harvard. He turned down Michigan State, and Ohio State to go play basketball at Harvard. I want to wait. Let me find my applause here because I think that's worthy. That is definitely, in my opinion, worthy of me taking the time out and finding the damn thing first of all, and giving this young man an applause because we don't hear. Yeah, we don't hear these stories, man. Yeah, big up to him, man. Big up to that kid, man. We don't hear those stories. We hear about the selfishness of the kids, man. We hear about, all these kids want to do is play ball. They don't go to college for college. Well, we got a story here, and I know this is an outlier. I'm not that ridiculous to think that this is some sort of common thing, but because it's not, I think even more so. We should big up the kid, man. That it's not all about basketball. And, let's not get it twisted. He wants to play. He says here, my goal is to go pro with a Harvard degree. That's my perfect scenario. He has this quote here. And, like, this kid just sounds like a kid that's, like, way mature past his years. It's a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. It says, quote, do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path. Dismantling normality. That's what I stand for. I'm attempting to dismantle normality personally by going to Harvard is what he says, end quote. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, yeah, you know what? And it takes one. It takes one kid to say, and I hope, I hope that this kid does exactly what he says. He finds himself realizing his dream of being a professional basketball player. And it sounds like a kid who realizes that I need to go to school for 4 years or more. You know what I mean? To accomplish what I want. I want to get a degree, but he don't just want to get any degree. He wants a Harvard degree. He wants to be a young black man with a I know one Ivy League, personally, one Ivy League person or of color. I don't know, the people down here in Atlanta know Roddy Jones. His dad's name is also Rod, and he and I know each other. He went to Brown, I believe. Yeah, only, he's an attorney, and he's the only guy I know of color that attended and graduated from an Ivy League school. So I think this story to go into the weekend. A couple of nights this week and last weekend, I know we went into the week kind of on some heavy stuff, and I'm glad we're able to kind of wrap things up tonight on a real positive note, especially in light of all the things that have gone on over the last couple of days. The stuff in South Carolina. There are things still worth celebrating, and in kids, you know what I mean. We kind of look at this next generation as kids that don't have. As people who don't have perspective. Well, Seth Towns, Columbus, Ohio, a kid with perspective. You know what I mean? A kid that sees more than just 2 feet in front of his face. It's Sports Kings Live, everybody. thank you so much, Mark. Everybody else out there who